There's a revolution happening right above our heads. It's about to make silver more precious than ever. The sun's power is taking over the world. It's growing so fast, it'll be the biggest source of electricity by the 2030s. Solar. Here's the kicker. Every single solar panel needs silver to work. We're talking about a silver paste web in every panel, turning sunlight into power. Smart investors are already making their move. And that's where Noble Gold Investments comes in. With a silver IRA, you can surf this incredible wave of growth. It doesn't matter who sits in the White House or what Wall Street does. Solar power is unstoppable, and silver is its secret weapon. As the world goes green, your retirement could be going sterling silver. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers in 2024. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. You may get up to 10 free brand new 1-ounce silver Trump coins or a 10-ounce silver American flag bar with every qualified IRA. What's going on, everybody? Jericho Green here with you once again. Hit the Teespring link, hit the X link, give me a follow at Green_Jericho. Can we, excuse me, I need to hydrate. It is currently 101, but don't worry, we're not done yet. By 6 o'clock, it'll be 102. But can we address the senile elephant in the room? Now, you may or may not have heard, but Sloppy Joe has been has tested positive for the sweet and sour sniffles. Again, never mind that a few years ago, remember, if you get the poke, you can't get this shit, and you can't pass this shit on to anybody else because you don't want to kill grandma. If you don't get this shot around grandma and she's dead, why did you kill me, Junior? And she's going to kill over dead on the kitchen floor because you didn't get this poke in your body. What you don't get in your body is going to affect someone else's body. I know, my body, my choice, except for when the government says no, right? But anyway, never mind that. Turns out that if you do get the poke, you can still get that shit and you can still give that shit. Well, Sloppy Joe got it. And he is moving slower than usual. I know he usually moves slow, but if you ever took a bottle of molasses and went like this and turned it over, that's the kind of slow that we're talking about. So I want to show you some video of Sloppy Joe post-diagnosis, post-positive sweet and sour sniffles test, what he looks like trying to navigate a set of steps. And it's tough. There's no sound necessary. It's just the sound of the airplane engine running, which is very loud and annoying. But here you go, Sloppy Joe versus the stairs. Who you got your money on? There it is. Moving slow. You're going at the speed of molasses, Sloppy Joe. Huh? Now, the only thing more dangerous than going downstairs for Sloppy Joe is going upstairs. You see, they got him on the little boy steps that go into the belly of the plane, not the front of the plane. That's for the big boy steps. I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think, not that he's going to die, but I don't think that Sloppy Joe is going to make it to the November election. I think he's going to drop out very soon. There's buzz around the campfire that he will announce the pause. They always say I'm going to pause my campaign for president. So there are rumors that he's going to pause his campaign for president as soon as this weekend. But I don't think he's going to make it. I think the sweet and sour sniffles positive test is going to be the nail in his political coffin. I think he's done after this. You have Obama. Oh, well, Joe, I don't think you should run anymore. You have Nancy Pelosi. Joe Biden. Whatever she says. But it's funny because not too long ago, they're telling us, oh, Sloppy Joe, he's amazing. And he does this and he does 100 jumping jacks in the morning and eats a grapefruit. But how come we don't see that? How come we don't see that Sloppy Joe in public? How come we see this? How come we see the Mr. Magoo version of Sloppy Joe in public? Behind closed doors, he's doing backflips and shit. But out in public, what? Well, why do we get that version of him and everybody on his staff who's in the White House, they get the better version? Don't we deserve the better version? But the rumbles are getting louder. You know, it went from a low roar, like, I don't think so. I don't think he should be running. Maybe he should leave. Maybe he should step down. And they're going to get louder and louder until finally you're going to see those words crawl across your screen. They're going to come up on your feed, and it's going to say Sloppy Joe Biden has removed himself, has pulled out of the 2024 presidential race to be replaced by Gaga, Gaga, Gaga. You'll hear her before you see her. And it's so weird. I mean, she's soulless, personality-less. So, but to the average person, it's so weird how she can embrace this first black blah, blah, blah when she's not black. She's Rachel Dolezal black. She's Sean King black. She's Malibu Most Wanted black. She is not. She's half fucking Jamaican, and her dad was mixed too, and her mom's Indian. What? So she gets sworn in as senator, as California state senator, as the first Indian American senator, but then she gets bumped up to vice president because, you know, these people fell up. She sucked her way to the top. But when she gets to vice president, now she's black. My husband. And she's doing bullshit FaceTimes with that C-list actress, Taraji P. Henson. Girl, you know I'm out in these streets. I'm out in these motherfucking streets. She is not black. So how does she embrace this first black anything? That shit's weird. That's like me becoming the first Asian whatever. Right? You look at me like, oh, how the fuck? But if I totally embraced it, I start having fucking Asian shit in my profile. I start to talk like this. Why you talk like that? Oh, good. Her name is Jenica Green. Fuck out of here. But that's who would replace him. It would be Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, not Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom, not Mike Obama, or what? Or anybody else. Pritzker and all these other clown-ass names are thrown out there. They don't have the numbers. They don't have the support. But she does. And Sloppy Joe is behind her in popularity. How is that? And the other day he said, black job, that's vice president. She could be president. So this ball is already rolling. Sloppy Joe already knows that he's not going to make it. They're just waiting to let him know when he can tell the rest of the world. They'll tell Jill, and then Jill will tell him. As she's mixing his Metamucil and his butterscotch pudding in the other room. Be right there, Joseph. They'll tell her, she'll tell him. He will stumble his way through a press conference, barely telling us. You know who I feel bad for? I feel bad for the American people, but who I feel the most pity for is the lady who's standing next to him, next to the stage doing sign language. Because he uses words that aren't words. So what does she do? What does she do with her hands when he says that? Does she just make up some shit? Does she try to sign that gibberish? How do you sign that? What does she do with her hand? That's who I feel bad for. But it's predetermined. Sloppy Joe is not going to make it. I don't think he's going to make the second debate that's scheduled for September. I think it'll be Trump versus Kamala. That might be easier. That might be easier because all he has to do is hit her with borders are, huh? When's the last time you went to the border? It's wide open. A hell of a time for you to get down there, borders are. When's the last time you were at the border? Ga, 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 ga. That's going to be a direct quote from Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare. But this sweet and sour sniffles diagnosis, this is just their ruse to get him out of there, to kind of bow out gracefully. Oh, he's sick, and he's having a tough time recovering. He won't be able to campaign trail, so we're just gonna call it quits. Bullshit. Sloppy Joe is in the basement right now, gorging himself on chocolate chip ice cream and grabbing handfuls of 8-year-old hair, getting high as shit. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left. I really do, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty guys. Utilize the Linktree link, hit the Teespring link, hit the link to give me a follow on X at @Green_Jericho. I am Jericho Green, and man, I am out here.